All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to a beautiful Monday morning, October 15th, 2012. My name is Mel Taylor, and welcome to State of Local Digital Media. We do it every Monday morning. If you're not a part of this, what is up with you? Today's episode is Smart People Saying Dumb Things. It's kind of like a recap of our road trip, kind of a post-mortem. We've been through 6 states over the past few weeks, newspapers. We work with TV and radio as well, lots of chambers of commerce. We did a whole series of Web 101 workshops for small business, teaching small business how to use the web, how to use social media. We were in markets large and small. We learned a lot. And what were some of the takeaways? Well, for example, what we did find was that there's a lot of conflict going on. And I'm not talking about the conflict between the local salesperson, the newspaper rep, and the local advertiser, because this conflict they talk about, the salesperson says, well, the local advertiser doesn't see value in our online news site. They don't see value in our banner campaigns. And that's not the kind of conflict I'm talking about. The real conflict that's the most harmful is the internal conflict between newsroom and sales, between circulation and online. It's that conflict that's killing, that's hurting, that's keeping us in the mud. And there's a lot of confusion. After 15 years, we're still trying to figure out online business models. At the same time, small businesses are really ramping up their online marketing spend. Unfortunately, it's not with local media. The confusion is exacerbated because our thought leaders, our pundits in our industry, the academics, the consultants, the researchers, the organizations that we belong to are not leading us in the right direction. Are you sure they're providing accurate information? Are you sure they're keeping up to speed? Or are they insular? Are they incestuous? Are they just putting vendors in front of you? Because if we look to the wrong people, well, we're going to do the wrong things. And sometimes really smart people say dumb things.
Newspapers have known this was coming for a long time. They just seem to can't figure out how to make money anymore. Why is that?
Well, because all the action is moving online, and newspapers, some of them have very good websites and have extended their reach, but the amount of money that you make from online advertising is a fraction of what you make from printed ads. And so, I know some people out there probably watching, particularly younger folks, so what, just become a website, who needs a paper, plop it on your doorstep, and that sort of thing. I guess I feel that, for one thing, the economics of newspapers are such that without a vibrant print edition, you can't support the newsrooms that do the kind of in-depth and investigative reporting that we're accustomed to. I mean, along with the announcement here of cutting back to 3 days a week at the Times-Picayune, they're also slashing the staff.
Well, sir, with all due respect, that's a bunch of malarkey. Because you're a smart person, but sometimes you're probably saying dumb things. And you might be saying dumb things on TV, like on CNN, or maybe up on stage at a conference, or maybe in a blog, or maybe you're being interviewed. And people who are good people and they're newspaper publishers, they might be looking towards folks like yourself thinking, this guy really knows what he's talking about. Because he says stuff like, well, the web gets less money than print ads. Well, at this point in time, yes, because we're not selling it properly. We have the wrong portfolio of products and services. And this gentleman also says that print is the only way to pay the newsroom bill for great journalism. Once again, that's a bunch of malarkey. So, how do we fix that? Well, stop relying so much on CPM selling. Newsrooms, all we think about is more page views, more unique users, more inventory. We need more banner ads on that front page. What happens when you have too much of something? You have an inventory glut. The price goes down. And when you rely on CPM selling, cost per thousand, you lose control of the value of that inventory. You lose control of the value of your content. Your content becomes a commodity. The inventory on your site becomes a commodity. You no longer have control of the value, the price of your hard work. You're probably not using high-impact web ads. You're probably relying on lots of banner ads and box ads and cubes and all kinds of stuff that's rammed on your site. You're probably uncomfortable using high-impact ads like prestitials, interstitials. large format banners, expandable banners, curtain ads, expandable pencils. That is what advertisers are paying a premium for. Some newspapers are smart, they're stepping out ahead, and they're offering digital marketing services to small business. Small biz still wants traditional media like TV, radio, and newspaper, but they also want to add in all the latest digital marketing stuff that can help drive their business. These are premium services. This kind of offer to a small business can subsidize and pay for robust newsrooms and can actually help our newsrooms grow instead of, well, quite frankly, we keep gutting our newsrooms, all because we can't figure out a way of selling our great work. And have you noticed? Our newspaper websites are primarily run by print-centric managers, approaching the business through the lens of a newspaper person. Websites are newspaper websites, and this includes TV and radio. They should be run by a general manager who has strength in 3 areas. That is content or editorial, operations, and sales. Unfortunately, most newspaper websites are run by those who came up through the newsroom or came up through technology or IT. Very few leaders in the digital world for newspapers, very few of them are hardcore local business development experts. That's what we need to drive revenue, which would then subsidize a great, robust newsroom. Because smart people say really dumb things. My favorite, how can somebody go on tour, be a keynoter, hundreds of people looking and just hanging on every word, and when you say traditional print journalism has the value of about 0, that's inaccurate. It's false. It's horrifying. It's bad. How can you stand in front of a screen where it says digital first and print last? Who would want to say that print should be last and it's not valuable? Maybe it's somebody who works for a private equity firm who wants to depress the valuation of your newspaper property so they can come in and swoop in and buy your property at pennies on the dollar. Sometimes smart people say dumb things and we follow those people.
My approach in all humility, since the theme of this is mainly about the business, is to say I'm an editor. While I have been part of an effort to assiduously find new ways to throw my head against the brick wall of hyperlocal business models, my expertise is on the journalism side, and I want to mainly talk about that.
Smart people say really dumb things.
So I have this dream that ads will go away on the internet, or they'll only be on commodity content because they're so annoying for people. And a lot of times, even the best targeting that we do doesn't really match. I'm so tired of the get white teeth on my Facebook page. I have white teeth. So I have this dream that, sorry Steve, that we should stop trying to monetize by impressions or reach and just do really good content and do all this content sharing that a lot of nonprofits are doing and for-profits, and stop trying to monetize each individual piece of content and focus on donation. And if donations were easy, like an iTunes model, then young people would probably donate, right? Look at what happened with Haiti. It's so easy to give $10. It's so easy to give 50 cents if you can make it seamless. So I have this dream that there's no more catering to advertisers, and that we just create great content and people will pay for it.
Maybe, just maybe, we have the wrong executives in charge of our digital business. Who's driving your digital bus? Good executives, smart executives, well-meaning executives. But are they the wrong ones to put in charge of your online business model? Are you paying them a salary, or are they paid based on performance, huh? For more details, to be a part of this online Monday morning digital revenue review, you'll love it. Go to meltaylormedia.com, pop your email in there. You'll get online video tutorials, insider reports, best practices. You'll be informed, you'll be notified when we do free webinars. Why are you paying for webinars? Why are you paying for a vendor to do a 1-hour webinar on how to buy their product? We are the no BS digital revenue experts, meltaylormedia.com. We cut the crap, we tell it to you straight.